Hello everyone. Had a request today for a square root video. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to start off and we're going to just take a look at the square root symbol. Imagine you've seen that before. Although today I'm going to tell you this is not a square root symbol. This is in fact a singles bar. This is a singles bar for number. This right here is a singles bar for numbers. Just like a singles bar that you might go to meet your future husband or wife or significant other. This is a singles bar, only it's for numbers. And I'm going to show you how. We're going to start off with the square root of 36. And we find the square root of 36 by first factoring out 36. So we go, okay, 36. We set that over the side and we go 36 is going to be equal to, let's think of two numbers that multiply together to give us 36. So we have, for example, 12 times 3. 12 times 3 equals 36, and since 3 is prime, I'm going to circle it. That way I know I'm done. Then 12 is not prime, so I keep going. And I go, let's see, what are two numbers that multiply to give me 12? Well, 4 times 3, that equals 12, right? So I circle the 3 because it's prime, and I continue on with the 4 because it's not prime. And I go, okay, 2 times 2. Now I have 2 is prime and 2 is prime. Everything's circled at the bottom here, so I'm all done there. I'm all done factoring. Now that I'm factoring, I'm going to change this square root of 36. I'm going to take all these numbers here and put them in the singles bar here. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And all those numbers are lined up in the singles bar now trying to find their ideal mate. And sure enough, oh look, there's two 2's. Those 2's fall in love, and then they come outside the singles bar and become 1. When you have two numbers that are the same, that are being multiplied together in the singles bar, they become 1. They become 1. So now, same thing here, we got two 3's. So they fall in love, and they come outside the singles bar. So now this square root of 36 becomes this, becomes 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. Okay, we're going to do another example here. We got the square root of 12, and again, the first thing we do is factor. So we're going to factor out the 12. We're going to look for two numbers that multiply to give us 12, and we get, let's see, what do we get here? 6 times 2, that equals 12. 2 is prime, so I'm going to circle that one. I'm all done there. Now 3. Now 6 becomes 3 times 2, right? So let's see, the 3 is prime, I circle it. The 2 is prime, I circle it. Now the square root of 12 becomes the square root of 3 times 2 times 2. And again, this is now the singles bar for numbers. So we're looking for pairs of numbers. When we find a pair of the same number, oh, they fall in love. Put a little heart around them. Those two fall in love. We bring them outside the radical sign, and we have a 2. Because those two 2's are now fall in love, and they become 1. And guess what? There's still a 3. There's one 3 at the singles bar. He can't leave the singles bar until he finds his lover. So since he's only one in there, he stays in there. And there's our answer, 2 square root of 3. Okay, one more example here. Square root of 24. Again, we start off, we make a little factor tree over here on the side, and we go, okay, what are two numbers that give you 24? Well, let's see, there's going to be, what, 12 times 2. 2's prime, so I circle it. 12 becomes what? 4 times 3. That's one option there. 3 is prime, so I circle that. And then 4 becomes what? 2 times 2. So I have a 2 times 2, right? 2's prime, so I circle it. Now this square root of 24 basically becomes all the prime numbers we just found under the singles bar. So we have 2 times 2 times 3 times 2, all under the radical, all under the known as the radical sign, but I'm calling it the singles bar for numbers. So let's see, we have, oh, we got two 2's. Those two 2's fall in love, so they come outside and become 1. Then we have 3, oh, there's 1 3 left, and there's 1 2 left. So now that 3 times 2, you can write it first like this if you want. They don't come outside the singles bar because they're singles. They haven't found their mate yet. So then that just becomes 2 square root of 3 times 2, which is 6. And there's your answer.